So, if you haven't checked out the latest Clare and Ali video, this video might not make much sense to you. It might also be a bit of a shock. So I would recommend checking out the link in my description below and watching the last Clare and Ali video. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to click that.
12 seconds later.
Okay, if you're back or if you've already watched it, yeah, we made an announce on the Clare and Ali channel that we are expecting a baby, which is still kind of crazy to me because I never thought I was ever gonna have children. I never thought I'd get the urge. I never thought I'd be pregnant. Yet here I am, 6 months pregnant and thinking about a nursery for our little one, which will be joining us in October. So I thought, since, you know, Sims has helped me in the past with designing rooms and figuring out where things go, why don't I have a go at designing my real life baby's nursery in The Sims 4 first? So right now, this is baby's home. I've been somehow keeping that a secret from you guys for 6 months. Not intentionally, basically. I have a bit of a weird womb shape and there was just an increased risk of something happening. So we didn't want to announce and then have to announce something else. We were trying to be sensible. But we're going to be having a go at trying to build the future home that it will be living in from October onwards, hopefully. So I am back in the Clare and Ali house, which I built in The Sims. Last time you guys saw this house, I showed what I would love to do with the front of the house. I will say this has not happened. I would have loved this garden, but life got in the way and yeah, nothing has changed on the garden currently. But down the line, I would still love to do this because I just don't like big patches of green grass. I just think it's really boring, really lame. And the bees don't like it either. So one day I would like to at least do the path with the flowers around it. And also, as I said, some things in this house no longer are correct. Like this room has changed. This room did not end up as a land room. Sadly, it ended up as a cinema. This ended up as a formal living room with 2 seats here and art on this wall. This room ended up not being quite like this. Like we didn't go for the blue walls, which I really regret. But for the most part, it's pretty similar to how the real thing looks. And I also used it to help visualize our bedroom, which did end up something very similar to this. And I also used it for my studio as well. Studio that I'm in currently. And actually what ended up happening is I decided to put the desk on this wall. So I'm actually sat here and that back wall in the Sims here is that wall there. So it ended up a little bit different to what we planned. I didn't end up going for the sign. I did get the blue chair though. So we did get the blue chair and the plant is there as well. Yeah, some stuff ended up, some stuff not. But I do find the Sims a really good outlet for trying to figure out where you want to put things in your house. Obviously you can't build one-to-one, but it's just like a really fun way to place things. And this whole extension, actually our house used to finish here. This extension was completely visualized initially with the help of Sims. And it helped us with going to our architect to decide like how we wanted our house to look. So very useful. Would recommend Sims for if you wanting to decorate a room, build an extension, build anything, try it out in Sims, give it a go. It's not one-to-one, but it's still really helpful. So yeah, this is our real life house. And this is the room that will be used for our baby's nursery. Right now, it is currently still looking like Ali's studio, but Ali's studio is actually next door to mine. So both of us have our studios next door. He is right through that door through there and we work side by side. So when neither of us are recording, we open this door so we can like chat through. And then when one of us starts recording, we just close this door, which is like this thick. It's like a soundproof door. And if I ever need to pee while I'm streaming, that's why I'm so quick, because I literally just come here and straight back again. It's very handy, especially recently when I've been needing to pee a lot more than normal. But this is the room right here we're going to be using. So I'm just going to go ahead and clear it of all of Ali's like studio things. Get rid of his little awardies and bits that sit in the corner here. And let's have a go at trying to make this baby nursery. Now, this window outside here is really confusing me on its placement because this window is actually in the middle. It's kind of like here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shift this window over. It might have been made before the update where you were allowed to place windows using Alt. Unlike where windows worked if they weren't, like you can place 2 windows like in the same like space now, which you couldn't do before. So yeah, I'm thinking it's kind of like a straggler from that time. There also is a window in this bathroom and in this bathroom, but they are like Velux windows. And obviously you can't do that in The Sims currently. So I'm just gonna keep it like this. And there is also lights on the ceiling. I have gone ahead and downloaded some CC specifically for what nursery we have in mind. We do plan to do a very like gender neutral nursery, a gender neutral nursery like design. And the way that we want to decorate a nursery, I think, is a way that we've known we wanted to decorate a nursery for a very long time, which kind of follows a lot of the rest of the house. Like it's planty. We live in like a very like foresty area and we like love animals. So we always wanted to do kind of like this little woodland animal themed nursery. And now we have the opportunity to do it. So So we're going to be doing that. I'm going to recolor this door to gray. There we go. And I really need to get some like new carpets, you see, because the carpet's the same as the carpets here, but like they look so yellow in game. Like I need like a really neutral colored, like that's probably more similar, right? Okay, there we go. So I've downloaded a bunch of CC already for this, and like planning a nursery is difficult for me. I will say that anything to do with like babies and stuff like does not come naturally to me. I'm not like a natural, like, I don't want to say nurturing. I'm not naturally nurturing because that sounds awful, but I'm much more comfortable with like puppies than I am with babies. My mom said she was the exact same, so I'm not like too worried. I think some people it comes naturally to. Other people, it needs to be their own babies. I've researched so much because for me, it was really helpful to research because I didn't have that natural instinct. But my mom said her instinct kicked in once I was born, and my mom's first. So yeah. So I'll show you guys some of the cribs and stuff I've been downloading. This is from Severinka. This is the Lily nursery. There's also the Nanny crib as well. We've got the Victoria nursery crib. There's also ones that I've used in the past, like the DCS4 crib too. There is this one that works with toddlers as well that I added to my game recently. I have this quite big like Sweet Dreams one, which I think is just a little too big. And ones that you guys will see me use in the past, like the Royal Nursery one and the in-game ones as well. Like they're called bassinets in game and they're really tiny, so I won't be like adding any of those because like these kind of, they're just so small. Like obviously in our bedroom we'll have like a little Moses basket next to the bed, or like, you know, one that like literally attaches to our bed here, and we can kind of close it up when baby's sleeping, and then when baby wakes up we can like let it down so we can like hold the baby in the bed when we're feeding and stuff. And I know that babies don't often even use their nurseries properly up other than changing whilst they're still in this teeny tiny phase, so baby will be here, but we're still going to decorate a nursery ready for when baby's a little bit bigger. I have seen so many cribs in like the past few months, it's actually ridiculous. So I have a little bit of an idea of what kind of crib I'm now looking for and which one I think will go best in our room, and I genuinely think we're looking for something similar-ish to this. Obviously the bars would go up on both sides, but like a fully white crib is, I've actually ordered them today. So I ordered a set today. In fact, this right here is the exact set I ordered today. It's the Mamas and Papas Oxford set. So a crib, a wardrobe, and a changing table. So I'm going to try and get as close to this as I can, which I think will be this crib here. And I'm thinking crib probably as you come in against this wall, because otherwise it's under the window, under the curtains. Like what if it grabs onto the curtains? Like all these things I have to think about now. So I'm thinking like put the crib against this wall and it's a little bit like safer and out of the way. This is the Nana nursery. So let's see what else goes with this. Okay, not the right kind of wardrobes. So the wardrobes are kind of more like this, which I think will probably have to go on this wall. We're built into the roofs here. It's like dormered. So it's really hard to show in Sims, but imagine the roof sits a little bit lower and your ceilings don't go all the way up. They like slope into the room a little bit. So it slopes a little bit here. So I think tall furniture won't be able to go against this wall. And then, oh my gosh, that's literally the perfect baby change. Yeah, that is just how it looks. Okay, maybe that goes in like this corner here. Okay, my furniture feels really far apart from each other. What? Why do you look so far away? I don't know. And look, you can put the little baby change on top. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, so this is where you change nappies and stuff like that. It's going to be something that I will be doing. I feel like honestly though, oh my gosh, yes, you can put this little, what they called, mobile on. Like after having dogs, I don't feel like worried about like getting pooped on or anything now, because once you've had puppies, those things just aren't as scary as they once were. They've lost their fear and meaning at this point because our dogs have had accidents. Like we've been there through the accidents. I'm not as grossed out by poop anymore, so that's good because there's going to be a lot of it, let's face it. Also, I've seen like this cute little bunting that I want to put on here. Now the one that I've seen is like all like little animal themed, so it's like a little fox and a little rabbit and all of that cute things, but this is just the one color one and I think it's the only bunting I have, so try and imagine that is green. I'll put some baby changing stuff like on here. I might make this smaller just for the purpose of this video so I can put like my baby change stuff at the side of it. Okay, baby change stuff in. Be a little towel as well. I'll put this little diaper drop, but honestly I've been advised not to get a diaper drop. Nappies, that's what we call them. Not to get like a little nappy bin because you'll just be emptying the bin all the time. There's no point, it's useless. That's what I've heard. Also, the baby changing table thing I've seen has a little pillow. So I'm just gonna add a little pillow to it. Did you know you can get little things that heat the wipes before you wipe your baby's butt? bit. I didn't before, but I do now. I've learned things. Oh, and I realized I need a little chair to like sit and feed. So this is the Lily nursery chair. I think it comes with, yeah, it's got like a little footrest as well. I've read that like the chair that you feed in is like super important because you're going to be sat in it a lot. So it has to be really comfy. The one I've seen is actually green, but why don't we go for gray because it's the closest I can get. In fact, why don't we paint the walls? So what I would love to do in there is actually to put up like paneling on the walls, but I want the paneling to be green. Don't think I'm going to get anything like just what I'm after. If you imagine this goes higher and is more green, it's kind of like something like that. That's what I'd really like to do. I've seen people on TikTok make paneling walls look super easy. Whether it actually is or not, I don't know. And then the top of it being like a design like this. So I can't do both. This wallpaper is from SYB Simbule, who makes incredible things, by the way. So imagine the bottom of this is like wooden paneling, and then the top half is like little animals. I thought that would look really cute. There's some other wallpapers in the set, and they're all just absolutely stunning. Like, look at this. This one's like jumping rabbits. This one, like the moose one, so cute as well. And then this one, oh my gosh, wow. It's like all different animals, and they do, oh, okay, that one might win. It's really hard between these two. They're both so gorgeous. Wow. And in an ideal world, to make this like all blend more, there'd be proper wood floors in there, but there isn't. There's carpet, and I'm not about to rip up carpet. So I was thinking like a big rug instead to try and like make these two blend in a bit more. Okay, and I realized like halfway through, this room's way too big. Like, the room isn't that big, and it just was like looking really not right. So I completely changed it and made this whole half of the house like go in one, including downstairs, and it just looks way more proportional now. The house wasn't as big as I was trying to make it look. So now everything's a bit more proportional, and it just feels happier. Okay, so then I was looking at like these things to put over, and I'm like, oh, so cute. But I also like, I know you've got to be kind of careful with how much stuff you put in there. Like, I know that the minute I like take a picture of like the crib, even if I put in the description, I know that when the baby sleeps in the crib, it only has this. Like, you don't put duvets on it, you don't put teddies in there, you don't put anything around, like little buffers around the side of the crib. Like, you don't put anything. It's just literally the baby in the middle of the crib. And the duvet is like now like a dress thing that it wears. It's completely different. I know people are still going to be like, oh, you can't have a teddy in there. It's not safe sleep practice. And I'm like, I know. It's just literally for a picture. I will take it out. I promise. So I'm putting things in there, but please know, I know that you don't do that. I've read enough to understand that, I promise. And I'm gonna start putting some animals in because I realized I was like, this is like a woodland theme. And then I literally put no animals in it. I probably wouldn't put clothing rack here, but I'm just doing it. So, oh my gosh, that literally, oh, we literally want, oh my gosh, this is so wild. Like, look at this. And then look at this. We want to get the same one. And it's a dream game. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. But yeah, I'm putting this here because look, this Helios pack has like these little tiny baby clothes on hangers. One thing I've learned is baby clothes are so freaking cute. It actually physically hurts. So I'll pop some little baby clothes on there too. Oh, I can put these, oh my God, these shoes are so tiny. I keep picking up baby clothes and I'm like, it's not gonna be this small though, right? It can't be this tiny. I don't feel like that's possible, but apparently it will. Oh my gosh, this mobile is even better as well. The dogs haven't reacted yet. My baby started kicking like a lot. Sometimes to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, ow. And I keep trying to like get the dogs to like be on my tummy when it happens so that they can feel it and see if they react. But as of yet, we've not had any reactions going. I can't seem to get them at just the right moment, but I will keep trying. We do keep telling them like, oh, you're gonna be big sisters. Again, for Evie, not for Lexi. Lexi won't be the youngest one anymore. And we're like, oh, you've got a new sibling coming. You're gonna have to look after them. I don't know how they're gonna take it. I think Lexi's gonna be quite jealous, but I actually think Evie's gonna be, I think she's gonna really love it. She's very like interested in babies and like baby smell. She wanna like sniff their head a bunch. I think she's gonna be quite good. Lexi, I'm more worried about, but Lexi is just more worrying in general, right? She's a lot more hectic. I might put this little storage unit at the side because I feel like the more places I've got to store things, the better, you know? So then I've got like my little muslin cloths, some little clothies to put on, more shoes. And this is kind of looking like a little Moses basket. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that in here because this will be at the side of my bed. I can't wait. I'm just gonna hang out in bed, feeding, and there's a TV here, so watching Netflix and feeding babies. That's what I'll probably be doing. And also we've seen a pram we want, so that won't go upstairs obviously, but that's probably gonna hang out in the hall. And it kind of looks similar to this actually, kind of like this sort of vibes. So yeah, a little prom. We literally spent 2 hours test driving proms the other weekend. Think we found a prom that we want. We just want to make sure everyone online like reviews and whatnot. I also am growing some, I've got a lot of plants and I'm trying to think like what plant can I put in the baby's room? Obviously far away from the crib, obviously, but my house is very planty. So I think somewhere, I just think plants like, they make me feel calm and happy and relaxed. And they fit with the theme of the nursery. And look, there's a beautiful one here. So I think I'd move one of my like long boys into there. I've got like a monstera. I'm not very good at keeping these ones alive. But I'm very good at like cheese plants. So maybe it will be a cheese plant. But just use your imagination with this one. Where the hell am I going to fit this plant, man? I'm going to be like trying to feed the baby and the plant. I'm like, get out the way, plant. But in reality, this room isn't as narrow as this. It's just not as big as another tile. Like I said, Sims, you can't be perfect with it. There is like a little bit. You've got to just use your imagination a little. And then I'm just adding some more like little cute animal-y bits. Because I did say woodland theme. And other than the wallpaper, I don't feel like I've really achieved that. In real life, there's some things in mind that I think I've already seen some stuff, basically. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to like relax and enjoy it all a little bit more. I feel like at 6 months, I'm at the point where I can like start buying things and thinking about nursery stuff. It's been quite stressful at times. Like I've actually really enjoyed being pregnant way more than I thought I would. I'm still actually quite shocked about the whole thing and how much I've liked it. But it has been scary in other ways. And I didn't want to let myself get my hopes up too much or like, you know, buy stuff really early on and then end up like feeling sad about it later. So I've kind of held off a lot with things, but I do sort of feel like now I'm at the point where I can relax. I can start getting a few extra bits, getting excited about it, telling you guys about it as well and talk about it a little bit more openly, which is really, really nice because I've wanted to do this for so long, but I was just a little bit scared. So this chair not being green is really bothering me. So I'm just going to go ahead and switch it out. Also, it's a little bit more old fashioned than what I wanted. So I think something like that's a little better. That's the little footrest in this scenario. And let's get some curtains on and I think we're just about done. So yeah, hopefully you guys understand why we waited a little bit longer. Just with the risks being a little bit higher, we just wanted to be sensible, but we are really happy. We're really excited. It's very wanted. It does mean my channel uploads are probably going to start getting a little bit thinner going forwards just because I also have I broke my coccyx bone when I was a teenager and I've been feeling it a lot since getting pregnant and recently very much so. Oh my gosh, these blinds do not want to do that. Okay. Yeah, recently it started to get very painful again. I think the pressure on it is starting to build up and there's days where I can't sit in this chair because it's just way too painful. Even when I switch my desk to standing, it's still very painful as well. So, okay, sorry, I just spent like 12 years putting this little shelf on and sorting out the curtains. There we go. Okay. And I completely forgot what I was talking about because that's literally taking me like 10 minutes. If you want me to do a video like chit-chatting about all things baby and things that have really surprised me about pregnancy that I was being really shocked at, or things that I didn't really know that much about until I got pregnant and they were kind of like, oh, okay, then let me know in the comments below. But yeah, I will say that you're probably going to get less uploads as I go on and I get more significantly pregnant. And then from October onwards, I'm completely taking time away from YouTube. I don't know how long it could be. It might be a few months, it might be a year, it might be more, but I just really want to focus on like our baby and make sure that I get this right, you know? And I just realized I've put the doors on that like look all broken. So let me just switch that door out quickly. There we go. Okay. Here is the closest sim representation I can give to our little nursery plans. Furniture might not be in the same places. I'm thinking in particular, I don't know if this will end up living here. Look at a tiny shoes. But for now, this is kind of how I'm planning things out. And I will share some pictures once we finish the actual nursery so we can see how close we ended up and you guys can let me know. We will also be sharing baby's gender in the next few weeks as well. We already know, but we're gonna do a little reveal for like a family and friends. Not a big crazy one, no forest fires. In fact, it's just gonna be a cake that we cut. But it's more just an excuse to see family because I live like 5 hours from my family. So I'm really excited to go back and like see all my aunts and my cousins and just get like really excited and celebrate with them all. So I'm really excited for that. But you guys can make your predictions in the comments below. And yeah, let me know what you think of my little woodland friends, nature themed nursery plans. Very green, very planty, very animal-y. Probably shouldn't have expected anything different from me. If you've ever put paneling on, let me know if it's easy enough, if it's worth it, whether I should just wallpaper the whole thing or should just paint it. Let me know what you guys are thinking if you've done that in the past. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys in another one. Bye.